Hello, so I'm going to introduce a competition that we normally run at Holgate every year, and that's the Science Bake Off. So I know there was at least 30 students last year who had put their name down for the Bake Off, and then we went into the first lockdown because we always do it in March, just before Easter. It's a competition that we run for any age student, so any year. And often they can come into school with a family member who can also join in and kind of help them make the cake. So the idea is that it's like a cross-curricular project or competition where we bake a cake, we give that to you and you decorate it. Well, obviously this year you will have to bake your own cake, but I'm going to show you how to do that and then give you some ideas maybe how you can decorate your cake in a science theme. So it's like science and cooking together. We normally give the winners a gold medal and an Easter egg. And then we also give silver and bronze award as well. And then anyone taking part normally gets a medal. So somehow we will try and give you those medals. Not sure how, but at some point this year, you will get your medal. So we're going to try and run the competition virtually. Normally students would arrive at the competition. It's normally done twice over 2 sessions. And the idea is to just decorate the cake that is given to you in a sciencey theme. So I'm going to show you how to make the cake. I'm going to give you a few ideas of what you could do to decorate your cake, and I'll show you how to cut and ice the cake, and then the rest is kind of up to you and your imagination and creativity. So normal hygiene rules still apply. Long hair up, gloves on, gel nails, wash hands, apron. So firstly you need to weigh your ingredients. So I've started to pre-weigh mine already. I've got 450 grams of self-raising flour, and added to that I've put in 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder as well. I've got 350 grams of caster sugar. I'm about to add 350 grams of soft margarine, and you need 6 eggs, of which I've done 5. So we'll just quickly add that, and then we're going to beat the eggs. Okay, so that's 350 grams of margarine, and then you're going to use a wooden spoon to start creaming the caster sugar and the margarine together. So just use the back of your wooden spoon to start creaming and sort of rubbing together the margarine and the sugar. You'll notice that the margarine is quite soft, so if you just take your marg or your butter out of the fridge half an hour before you're going to use it, it should be nice and softened up. So just give it a quick stir. You can see that it's all mixed in together, and that's the kind of texture you want. Okay, so you're going to pour in about 1 or 2 tablespoons of egg, and then mix it in. Fold it in, and then give it a good mix round. Okay, so now you're going to add a heaped tablespoonful, maybe another bit as well, of the flour and baking powder mixture, and then that gets folded in and stirred, mixed in as well. And then you just repeat that a few times until your egg and your flour has been used up. And the flour again. Okay, so as you can see, it's really nice and fluffy. So it's ready. I've just put the last spoonful of flour in there. So I've got a pre-lined baking tray with some baking paper in. and we're just going to pour that in, spoon it all out, level it off. So I've levelled that off, it's ready to go in the oven now. So I'm going to put it in the middle of the oven shelf. And I'm going to put that on 180 degrees. This is a fan oven, so about 180 for a fan oven. And I'm going to leave that about 40 to 45 minutes until it's risen, it's golden brown and it looks cooked. And you can always use the method of inserting a knife into the middle and making sure it comes out clean, and it should be ready. Okay, it's been in about 40 minutes and we'll just do the knife test. And I think that's done. So we'll just leave it to cool and then we'll do the next step. So I've turned the cake out onto a tray, kind of tipped it upside down so it's nice and flat. And I've decided that I want to make a lung cake. You can make whatever you want. Maybe do a Google search for science cakes or something like that and you'll get loads of different ideas. But I've always fancied doing the lungs. So I've kind of got a picture. And what I'm going to do is cut that out. So I've cut that out and I'm going to lay that onto my cake, and I'm going to try my best to cut round it. So I've got a serrated knife, put it close to the edge and then just start to cut vertically downwards around your lung or whatever it is that you want to make. Okay, so I'm just about to finish off. Do that little curvy bit there. Take that bit of cake out. And there we have, hey, 2 lungs. So at this point, if you want to cut your cake down the middle, to put some jam and cream in or jam and buttercream in, you can do. Just do it really carefully. Make sure you're getting kind of equal sides all the way through. So I've spread a thin layer of jam on one half, and then I'm just going to put a thin layer of buttercream on the top. Buttercream you generally just make with butter and icing, and a little bit of vanilla essence. Just remember, from this point though, you are going to need to keep your cake in the fridge when you're not decorating, because buttercream does go off very quickly. And then we're just going to put the other half on the top. There we go. So that's one of our lungs done. Okay, so I'm going to add some pink icing. I've just added some food colour into that. And then I'm going to use the spatula to spread it all over the lung. Come on, get dribbling. Okay, so I've decided that one of my lungs is going to be a smoker's lung, hence why it's that sort of a browny blacky colour. But that's all iced. I'm going to let that set in the fridge, and then when it's done I can cut off all those sort of bad edges there. Right, so I'm just starting on my windpipe or trachea, and I just thought I'd show you a little technique, because the trachea is meant to be sort of like a tube circular shape. So I'm just using a serrated knife to shave off little bits to make it look like it's rounded, as you can see, like that. It just makes it, just gives it that sort of shape of roundness. So I'm in the decorating stage. So I'm just adding some fondant icing, which I've rolled out. I think if you can buy it ready-made, it's much easier than this. but I'm just starting to kind of roll out and cut out all the shapes that I'm going to stick on.
To the cake.
Okay, I'm a bit messy, but I've finished. So if you want to zoom in on the lungs, so I've finished that, and I think my favourite bit is the fact that you've got these nice healthy alveoli just here on this side, and then we've got the emphysema disease kind of alveoli on that side. But that's finished, and all that's left is to cut it now and eat it. So just a point to mention that if you use buttercream, which I have inside my cake, you can actually freeze it, because I won't be able to eat all of that. So I'm going to freeze some of the pieces and then I'll eat that at a later date. But yeah, good luck with your bake-off.